It's Podular. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After a quick 1 week break, we're back with episode 64. It is Tuesday, February 20th, and we're here to get you prepped for STS9's first shows of 2026. A 5-night run in Scotty's home state of Colorado. So, without further ado, let's bring the man in. God, it's got to feel like Christmas Eve.
Feeling great, Nate, on January 20th. February 20th is my birthday. You're a month early.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's obviously what's on my mind here.
Hey, man, you're forgiven. We're just happy you're here, brother. For those that don't know, we take this pod as seriously as we should. You know, it's not that serious of a thing, but what we do take it very seriously is trying to get you guys one of these a week. Quite literally, a car accident seemed to be the first and only thing that stopped us from doing that so far. So Nate sustained some broken ribs and something moved around with your clavicle or something, and
I'm fine. Nobody worry about me. But thank you, Scotty. Yeah.
Man, well, we're glad to have you here. And we're pumped to be back, guys, on the regular rotation. A little bit early this week, though, because if we dropped at our normal time, we'd be dropping 2 days into this run. And so, yes, it does feel like fucking Christmas Eve, partner. Not quite Christmas Eve for me personally, because I will not be making Aspen. Just too much to move around with the job and the kid and all that. But I'll be scooting up on Thursday by myself to Fort Collins, and then me and my lovely wife Kate will be at the rest of the run, Mission Ballroom, Axe, and Gates and Cervantes. So very excited to get this thing popping off, man.
Well, hell yeah, brother. I appreciate the kind words, first of all. If you catch me wincing, if you're watching on YouTube, it's not from the hurt in my heart from the FOMO I'm having for this weekend. It's from a little bit below that on the lower rib side of things, but I'll bounce back for sure. And thank God I'm an athlete and had a split second to slam on the brakes, or else that driver would have been 35 miles per hour right into the driver door. So thankful to be here. Yeah. Yep. But man, you talk about Aspen, and it always brings up a special place in my heart, because that is where this relationship between me and you started. Man, it was dude, I was looking at your 2016 challenge and your hair, oh my God.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I was rocking the government cut, like HB. I feel like really nobody besides HB has really changed all that much from 2016, like with the long hair and everything.
Well,
like that.
Phipps's hair is long too. He just
true. God, how could I forget?
Yeah. So no, a little bit. Zach switches the hairstyle up all the time and the facial hair up all the time. So he's a chameleon. But yeah, no, man. I mean, these guys look younger than ever, and they sound younger than ever.
Yes, they sound amazing. But yeah, obviously going from a Facebook post of, hey, is there anywhere I could stay? And took a look and took a chance on my man Scotty, and that was the best bet I ever made.
It continues to pay you dividends.
Yes, very, very special weekend in 2018. And man, Aspen is just a special place. So yeah, we start 2 nights at the Belly Up. We're at the Washington Theater.
No. One night at the Belly Up. 1 night at Washington's, Mission, Gates, and Cervantes.
There it is, man. There's so many shows I'm getting turned around.
It's okay.
Honestly,
it's okay.
But can we talk a little bit about Colorado is just getting absolutely tossed shows at them right now.
It's about time. It's about time. I mean, we took
not just not just STS9 shows. Like what? Like Lotus is doing this same run right now, right? They just
It's
got
something like
done.
that. Is it a five
Yeah.
nighter for them? I'm not hip to that, but they're doing 2 nights at Cervantes. I know that.
Yeah, they did
Um,
that. Caught a little bit of the stream on Saturday night. It looked awesome. I saw they did play the place that STS9 is playing in Fort Collins. That, and I saw some
okay.
pictures of it. That place looks really cool. It looks pretty intimate as well. And then Umphreys just made their way through Aspen.
Yeah,
Um,
Humphreys is actively at the Boulder Theater right now as we record this.
yeah,
They're closing out their Boulder Theater show tonight or Sunday night. We're recording this at a random time in the afternoon, but yeah, that we're getting smoked right now in the best possible way. And like I said, it's about time. I don't think STS9 really comes to Colorado enough. It's a kind of an unexplored territory for them. So pumped for them to pumped to hear what they think of the state.
um, like pertaining to how well we've been hearing ticket sales have been going, and obviously the sold out nature of a lot of these shows,
Yeah.
uh, I think they're gonna feel pretty good about it because I mean, as much crap as I talk about STS9 playing too much in Colorado, dude, I mean, no area of the fan base shows up harder than Colorado. So I'll give you
Yeah.
that, and I'm pumped for you guys. Um, yeah, before we get into it, obviously we had some news as well last weekend with
Yep.
Bob Weir passing, and I don't know about you, man. This one hit me pretty hard so far.
Yeah, you
Obviously,
do. You know about me.
yeah,
This one
yeah.
fucking rocked my world. I was driving home from the museum with Kate and Jay, and we were we pulled over when we found out, man, and it didn't really sink in fully for about 24 hours. But man, there's not a I'm one of those guys that can say my birth mom took me to dead shows in the womb. So there hasn't been a second on earth that that spirit of the dead hasn't been in me somehow.
So
And yeah.
there is someone on this podcast that's seen Jerry before, huh?
Yeah, you can give me that if you want. I'll take it.
Uh,
But no, in all seriousness, man, I think I've seen this sentiment said a lot on the internet. I think it's fair for me and you to say about me and you. I mean, Bobby was my Jerry. And people say what they want about Dead and Company. Those are some of my favorite memories I've ever had, and I was at almost every single one of those Folsom Field shows. And I'm not going to say anything that hasn't been said about Bobby and his impact. But yeah, man, we're really sad to see him go. But there's I don't think there's probably a man on the planet that has played more hours of live music ever. And so hard to say he exited early. That's a life well lived.
yes, I mean Bobby. I don't know. For me, I saw him in a lot of different iterations of the Dead, and yeah, I've racked up about 20 plus Dead and Co shows as well, which
Hmm.
um, John Mayer, I'm a stan for sure, and
Yep.
I will stand by that opinion.
Hmm.
But
Same.
yeah, I mean the song "Saint of Circumstance" comes to mind. Just reading a couple lyrics from that song, it's just so fitting, right? This must be heaven. Tonight I cross
Hmm.
the line. You must be the angel I thought I might never find. So hopefully he saw that. And Jerry and
Hmm.
Phil joining the boys there. Pigpen, Brent, um, man, Keith, Donna just passed away too.
Yeah.
And then you know that's where the rainbow ends for him. But man, his just stage presence and his just him as a person, man, just such a wonderful guy and touched a lot of souls, including mine and yours. And I would probably expect, or not expect, but have an inkling we might get a little bit of Dead for this 5 night run as they pay
I hope
tribute
so, man.
to Phil in yeah
It would make
in
all of
San
the sense in the
Francisco.
world for
So
them to do it would make all the sense in the world for them to do that in Aspen. And I'm just here to say I hope they don't, because anywhere else is where I'd like to see that. I really don't want to miss that Bobby tribute. I agree with you. I think I would expect it to be coming. Maybe it'll be peppered throughout the weekend, but I would, based on we know their history with Dead and Company, or with specifically with Fare Thee Well. There was a little bit of work that Hunter and Phipps did with Mickey and Billy. Am I getting that right?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. For the Fairly Well shows, he
Yeah.
helped put together some of the drums in space, I believe.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
kind of taught them how to use Ableton.
Yeah. He's
Is
involved in
what I
that.
yeah. So, obviously heavy influence there, and even a little bit of a working relationship. So, I hope to see it. We've seen covers as recently as a year from them. Uh, was that Dark Star? Is that
Yeah.
am I remembering that
Unreal.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dark Star.
Um,
From what was that?
Austin.
The Fox Theater. No, the Fox
Oh,
Theater in
Fox
Oakland.
Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So there's precedent for it. It's not too far away, and we'll see what happens. But I'm very very excited to see what they do with that
That's
this
right.
weekend.
Rest in power, Bobby Weir.
Yes, sir.
Man, bet he's rocking those short shorts in heaven. I
I
know,
know.
looking like a snack.
You think he gets that 25 snack Bobby body back? I hope he
Oh
does.
yeah, that's the heaven version of Bobby for sure. Um, but I mean, we're gonna get you prepped for this run how we typically do. We're gonna run through the time capsule of STS9. We're gonna start as the run is starting in Aspen. Then we're gonna
Mhm.
move into a clip from Fort Collins, which the band has not played in a very long time. Gonna be very cool. Alana's first time in Fort Collins, I believe.
Yep.
And then I mean, the Denver time capsule is insane. So what we put together is a selection of a few Axe the Cables clips. Is I think, man, there's a lot to be excited about for this upcoming 5 night run, but I think that's got to be the thing that's top of mind for a lot of people is the return to Gates
Oh
Opera Hall.
yeah.
Which, I mean, let's give a second to talk about that opening clip. The very first notes of STS9 Axe the Cables back in 2011, or was it 2010?
2010.
2010. Yep,
Yeah.
2010. My bad. With that new Soma, dude. That gives me chill bumps every time.
Hmm.
Of just the crowd reaction because it's so much different than a typical new Soma where it like starts with that accordion, and then like man, those first notes hit and that crowd reaction is something else. That is
Hmm.
usually one of the first clips you show someone when they ask, "What's Axe the Cables?" Right?
Sure.
So, um, but yeah, we're gonna start in Aspen. So let's do it here. Why don't we go back to that fateful weekend, Scotty, with this first clip? And this is a very different clip to start with. So let's listen to some music.
Come on, man.
Yeah, the little crowd hits from that are so funny to me. I mean, like people's minds are just fucking blown because like up to this point, March had never really been messed around with, right?
Mm-mm.
Like,
No, the most you'd ever seen a scene of it in terms of exploration was when it went from the Murph version to the Alana version, and they added that section. But
yeah, and they
even
started doing kind of the you don't say into it, kind
yeah,
of
but
became a thing.
even then, I don't think you could even call that exploration. That was just an added section. That was just kind of the natural growth that we see most of these songs go through at some point. But no, no way, dude. This was the. I mean, dude. I mean, this wasn't even the first show-stopping moment of this show.
No.
But
Th-
but
This so,
it
th- so this is February 3rd, right? So this
yeah,
was this
this
was
is the
night three, correct?
yeah yes, this
Yeah.
is night three. Your mom is in the house this night.
She was. Yes. This was
Your
my
sister is
69th
here.
show. Nice.
Yeah, nice. I did not realize that. That's hilarious. Um, yeah, man. This is the Mobius Crystal night. This is yeah. This is a hell of a night.
A lot of people, not a lot of people. There's including myself, a small group of people who truly believe 3.0 was birthed this night. With the Mobius on stage. Yes,
Yeah.
we've actually hit on this show visually, but not in an audio sense,
Uh-huh.
with our man Tiberius a few months ago. Um, Man, I mean, running through it, Force U into Kamwai. Then we saw Peace Blaster, sweet bust out that this had not
Hmm.
been touched in a very long time.
Somebody
Uh,
spoiled this bust out for me. Fuck you very much if you're listening. I don't even know who it was. Just a complete stranger. Just a civilian that ruined that one for me.
into What Is Love, Enceladus into Artifact. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah,
You don't
dude.
say
Madness.
you
Madness.
you don't say into March, set to Scheme 1103, Scheme into STS9 into Open E. What
Dude,
the
venue is absolutely up for grabs at that point.
Wave Spell, World Go Around, Dance into Inspire, and then a first encore Circus, second encore Jabez, or wow, Jabez and Rent. I'll never get that out of my head. I know you come at me with all the wrong song
You
pronunciation.
best.
Yeah, actually, there's a funny story about that. I told Zach about that after one of the shows, and then I was like, yeah, I guess I was thinking like I don't know, like a soft J, like yogging or like it's connected somewhat to mine. I think it's a mind connection. So I was like, well, wouldn't it be Hebez? And he cracks up. He goes, Hunter was like 10 feet away talking to another person. He was like, Hunter, we're calling it Hebez, and Hunter just goes, right on. Uh, so that was a fun story. But dude, let's talk about Belly Up a little bit. What a special
Yes.
place to see. I mean, any band, but like
Hmm.
describe to the people who haven't been to Belly Up yet, which I'm sure there's a good chunk. They haven't been there since the last shows before COVID, right? The 4 night
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
And they've gained a lot of fans that I'm sure this is going to be their first Belly Up show. So give them the rundown, man.
So my personal first belly up experience, and we've talked about it a couple of times on this show, was with you. It was this weekend, 2 days earlier. My advice to people, and this is kind of shitty advice because you only so many people can do this. But if you are going to see STS9 for the first time at Belly Up, my advice, even though it's a very small venue, would be try to be front row or be as close as possible for the first time you ever see them there, because we're talking you could unlace Hunter's shoes as he was playing.
Please don't. But
Please
yes,
don't.
you could.
Um,
Yeah.
but you really could. It is the closest I think that you will ever be to this band playing music. It's unbelievably close. You can't overstate how intimate it is, and even in the far back, I mean, you could hit him if you just threw something like that, you know.
Yeah. Quick,
Um,
quick toss, stones throw away.
exactly, and it just everything about it is just so special. You know, there's only 400 people that are in the building. It's very well laid out, so it's not hard to move around, even though it is a very intimate place, and it's just awesome, man. I'm so envious of the people that get to do that show because it is something extremely special that just tends to breed really special moments.
Memorable experience for sure. It's like having them play in your living room. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And like, yeah, whether you're on the floor, like you said, great place to be is right up next to them. And like how close they are to each other too is
right.
really cool to see. Like it's crowded up there. And like, but like the reserved is great, but even like the little spot like on top of the reserved is really nice. And things might have changed since I was there last, and well, yeah, this was the only time I'd been. But like free coat check. You could
Yeah,
get a beer. You could get a beer for like $5. So like obviously, and for good reason, it's a higher price for a ticket. Any show there is. But like once you're in, I think you're pretty well taken care of in there.
yeah, for sure. And it also like a lot of these really special things that STS9 does. You got to go get it.
Yep.
You can't just take a little 30-minute drive and whip through there. I mean, it's a haul into the mountains. Everything is expensive to get out there, and so it feels like a pilgrimage when you're doing it, and there's always some really great payoff there. This run is my favorite pound for pound Aspen run that exists. But you can throw a dart at any of these shows and find something really great.
I agree. Yeah, it's just like Machu Picchu, a little out of the way, but once you get there, big payoff for
Yep.
sure. So we got another clip from the belly up. We're gonna go to 1 year later, 2019. Man, we'll just beat it over the head on this podcast with how special of a year 2019 was.
And
Um,
one of the best things about that particular four song banger is it does it even cap out over 10 minutes?
no, no, that was about 8 minutes, I
Uh,
think.
That is probably one of the best bang for your buck live music soundtrack clips that you could show to somebody. Um, it's
And
like, hey,
well,
you
like
do
some
you have a
person would
quick
be
10
like,
minutes?
yeah,
Yeah,
is
we're
that one song too?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and it's like, no, I only need 10 minutes to preach the gospel of Soundtribe to you. Just listen to this real quick.
that's it. Just a little bit of your time. Just a little bit of your
Yes.
time. Um, Man, Common Objects. I believe this was the second time it was played after it was brought back in Chicago just a few weeks
Chicago.
before this,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
So yeah, going to the date, this is March 24th, 2019 at the Belly Up. But this was a 3 night run as well. Um, this- they come out with Move My Peeps into Los Swagga, and then
Hmm.
I don't think they stop after this before, or they did one time before Just Thanks, before the end of the first set. But before we read the set list, I mean, just breaking this down, you get some like Glowgly teases in there too when they hop into
Hmm.
Viable from Call Jam, um, or when they hop into Viable from Common Objects. It's just like, I mean, it when they mess around with Viable and Call Jam, like and then you get the common objects on the front end of it. Like it takes me back to Belden Town for that, like rattle,
Sure.
call jam, Bible, all that
Yeah.
shit going on. Um, and like a mid-tempo call jam, right? We talk a lot
Right.
about on the show, like fast or slow call jam. This one like kind of doesn't fit either, right? It's like kind of like a very funk-paced call jam.
Right.
And I think Phipps really shines here. On that call jam, and then like obviously Alana is the queen of Bible. I feel like, but the way Hunter's intertwining, I think he's kind of the maestro of like all of this working together, right? Like
Yeah.
with
And
with the combination of like his all the rhythm and lead guitar playing. It's the sauce, but yeah.
and I mean, dude, such like a rock and roll version of Hunter Brown there.
Yep.
Just the
Yeah.
distorted the distortion on the guitar. I mean, he sounds so big and mighty on this
I
on
love that. Mighty, yes.
yeah, the mighty Hunter Brown.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's just one of those things. Like Bible is such a vibey jazz hall type song, but this one is like a fucking pound on your chest type song.
Yep.
Um, it just good shit all around. And the set list for this show is something I had this thought when we were talking about the one that the March was on. Um, I would say the thing that is if you could boil down something that's kind of consistent about Belly Up is that a lot of the set lists that get written in this venue, you just don't see a lot of the songs together. Obviously, Bible and Call
Yes.
Jam
Yep.
is one that you do, but there's just some different level of creativity here where a lot of stuff ends up in the mix together that you don't normally see there.
That is great. Great point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably to me the more I think about the defining factor of what is so special about a Belly Up show is that you might get a combination of songs that you will never ever see again in the same sitting. I think it's really I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it seems to be what happens there.
It's a pattern for
Yeah, it's
sure
a
of
pattern.
creating
Mhm.
unique experiences for sure. And like, they play to the ticket price almost. So
Yeah, it's true.
like, they know how far you came. They know how much you paid to get in there.
Mhm.
And they're gonna give that right back to you, just like Zach says, it's symbiotic. But yeah, I mean, after this, you get into Just Thanks, into Beyond Right Now, into To the World, into Blue Mood. That see
See,
again,
that's what I'm
like
talking about.
you just don't see that
Right.
like combination of songs a whole lot. Set two, a few more hard stops, I think. Not really though. Yeah, a standalone water song to start. Looking back on Earth into Twilight into the spectacle. Which where is the spectacle? Bring the spectacle back. Come on. And then a
Good,
standalone click link.
good chance we'll see it this weekend.
Okay, good. I hope you do. Click Lang Echo, and then Equinox into Crystal Instrument. Jesus. And then Encore Warrior into Mischief. I mean, yeah, great point, Scotty. I hadn't thought about really had that thought hadn't materialized in my head, but yeah, I mean, you're getting your bang for your buck in Aspen. So, well, we move on to Fort Collins here, Scotty. Tell people a little bit about Fort Collins. I haven't really spent too much time in Fort Collins.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, Nate. I don't know shit about Fort Collins. I have been there 2 to 3 times in my life. Once was for Elephant Revival with the symphony orchestra. Definitely worth the drive for that. And I can't think of another time really. I'm sure I have found myself up there, but I'm as green to Fort Collins as everyone else that's driving up there for the first time is.
Yeah, Soundtribe.us has the last time they played there is 2001 in the Aggie Theater. I feel like is that right?
I believe it is.
Man, so I mean, this is really cool. And I mean, I'm gonna assume you don't know too much about the venue, having not been there.
I think it's a newer venue.
Okay, so it makes sense why we're kind of seeing some more shows pop up in Fort Collins.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Yeah, I believe it's a newer venue. Short of that, I don't know anything. I saw those pictures from Lotus as well, and you know that's about as much as I know. Feels like a kind of a obviously bigger than the Belly Up. Feels kind of like a Gothic theater size venue. Do you have a capacity count on?
Yeah, it looks like it looks like 900 people is the cap. So like we're almost like evolving. It's funny how this run is working, right? Because you get Aspen. Yeah, it's a bell curve a little bit. You start with 400
Mountain
cap.
curve.
There we go. Play to the theme. You start in Aspen. So you go from Aspen 400, about 900 here in Washington Theater, 3,500 around that at Mission Ballroom, then about 1,000 at the Gates Opera Hall, and then back down to 900 for Cervantes. So pretty cool how this is working out. And like, I'm glad you're bringing mountain like that theme up because like, dude, these mountain tours back when they were hitting Telluride and all these little mountain towns and stuff like that all in a row. Some really special stuff came out of that. So a lot of excitement leading up to this run because of that as well. But yeah, man, let's go to Fort Collins. Let's go to one of those 2000 shows. I had a chance to run through some of those recordings and picked out a standout clip to get you ready for Washington Theater.
Video game warfare.
Come on, Jeffrey.
Don't tell me musicians aren't athletes.
Perk World going nuts, dude. Oh my God. Kaya, March 18th, the year 2000, the Starlight in Fort Collins, Colorado. Um, this is a little bit of a manifestation of me wanting to clip this as well. Dude, it has been a year, 3 months, and by the time this drops, 22 days that we've heard of Kaya.
Hmm.
What are we doing?
Well, when was the last one?
Red Rocks, 2024.
Ah, okay.
They did play it. I got to see them play it at one of the sound checks in Nashville. But man, give the people a Kaya, you know? Like,
Another one that feels inevitable. I mean,
yeah.
we've got 5 nights coming, baby. We'll get into it a little bit at the end, but I think everything's on the table, and we'll probably see. You'd imagine maybe a bust out or two every night. Hopefully, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't even know if 15 months you would really classify as a bust out, but it might be the longest time that Kaya's gone without being played.
A huge gap for sure. Being one of the, I would say, staples of their catalog.
Sure.
Man, when you classify it as a Kaya, I would probably note that as a bust out. I would.
Mm,
I'd consider it at least. I'd be super pumped to catch it.
sure.
And you're right, man. But like these old Kayas, man, where they like, the kind of where this song became was more of like that, like tug at your heartstrings, big build up, right? Like when these old ones from like the early 2000s almost have like a Kamwai feel to them, where we get
Yeah.
like these percussion breaks, really fast Hunter Brown rhythm guitar. Um, Man, that is one of the hottest 1.0 clips that we've gotten to listen to so far, I feel like.
Yeah.
But
I think we've touched that Fort Collins show before in a Wave Spell episode. I don't
we may have,
don't
yeah,
remember,
or,
honestly don't
or
remember the song. I could be wrong about that, but it feels familiar.
or it might have been a what do you call it? Um, non-directional beacon thrown in there from
Ah,
from like that
probably.
same group of shows. They're kind of doing a mountain tour from there. But
Hmm.
yeah, this show in particular, Untitled 32, which is pretty much, to my understanding, Inspire Part One.
Yeah.
Into this Kaya, into Freak 2, 3, Bossa Profundo, a 16 plus minute improv set to Mobster's Reality, into Evasive, into Kamwai, into In Summer Angels. Holy cow. Tap in Inspire. So bookended
Hmm.
Inspire here
Yeah.
with this show, which that's the stuff dreams are made out of. I think when I submitted my uh what are the Selector 9 set
Hmm.
list, I have to find it somewhere. It's so ridiculous. There was no way it was getting picked, but I took that same approach where I bookended it, Inspire Part 1 into Part 2. So
Nice.
good to see that that's been done before. I'm not too crazy, right?
Yeah. No.
But
Bookend shows are the best.
yes, we
The
love
breathe
those.
in, monkey music.
The
That's yeah.
STS9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that. Um, so we get back to Denver after Fort Collins at the
Fuck yeah, we
Mission
do.
Ballroom. Scotty, I haven't been yet, but from everything I hear, people should be very excited to see our favorite band here.
You want to talk about giving the people what they want. Um, this one has been asked for again for quite some time. And better late than never. This is going to be a lot of fun. I think people that haven't seen this venue, the I guess the way I would really describe it would be like if the Eastern and ACL Live had a baby.
Okay.
It's kind of the best parts of both of those, and then some parts that don't really reflect either one of them. But you're going to find venues with equal levels of sound quality. I don't think you're going to find a better one pound for pound than Mission. Sound is immaculate in there. The whole thing is like bleacher, like big riser type seats, so lots of big platforms or raised platforms to see music from that aren't necessarily a balcony. It's very deep. It, bars everywhere. There's murals on the wall everywhere when you walk in, and I know there's a huge emphasis on getting local artists involved there. Kind of no stone unturned when it comes to this place. So the detail is really apparent there. And I think as soon as shows started happening at Mission, which was right after COVID, I believe, immediately people started saying, "Hey, this is a venue that STS9 could really get it home in."
Hmm.
And for whatever reason, it didn't happen until now. But hopefully, this is the beginning of something beautiful here because I think STS9 makes a lot of sense at Mission Ballroom, and Friday night show feels real appropriately placed amongst the rest of the shows in this tour.
Yeah. Speaking of bookends, my prediction for 2026 is that you see the year being bookended in Denver. I think the year ends in Denver as well. And if things go well at the Mission Ballroom, I think there's a chance you see a New Year's run at the Mission Ballroom, which I think people were so welcome to it because STS9 had been at the Fillmore for so long. And people, like, I have no qualms with the Fillmore, but like,
I don't really
people are
either.
kind of yearning for something different, something updated, right? As a new home for that kind of tradition for them as a New Year's run.
Hmm.
And that would be really exciting for sure.
Yes, it would.
So then, Scotty, we are getting back to Gates Opera Hall, right? Speaking of, shout out to our man
Yep.
Taylor Houston Morgan for these ties and the tie clip and um, the cufflinks.
Yeah.
First of all, let's talk about this packaging, right? Did yours
Um,
arrive yet, Scotty?
yes, it did. Yes, it did. I'm glad you have yours on you because I had the thought about 10 minutes ago, man, where did I put that box? But yes, yes, I have it
I'm
somewhere.
keeping this box. I'm keeping the box for
The
sure.
box is unreal. I mean, like the detail on everything associated with this product in general, just 5 stars out the door, son. There is such like thank you, my lovely wife, handing it to me like in a like Vanna White. Um, yeah, I mean, like when you go cheap on formal wear, it's pretty obvious. It's hard to do this right, and I mean the detail in this is
Oh man, that looks great on camera. Wow.
unreal.
Yeah.
That I don't know what you would call that, but that is the old STS9 logo on the back here. You've got the Human Dream. You've got Sound Tribe Sector 9, 3 loops. And then if for some reason you can't keep your tie organized, you've got this
Yeah, after the
beautiful.
3 loops, you got the time the clip as
Yeah, you've got
well.
this clip right here, and then these cufflinks, which are just more of the same, super high quality. I honestly don't remember if Taylor talked too much about their efforts in the merch side of things when he came on last year, but he did talk to us a lot behind closed doors, and quality when it comes to merch is something that they've been putting a very big emphasis on, kind of breaking everything down and building their systems back up. And I think obviously we've had some good merch drops recently, but this is the best example of it. Is this tie set, and then this gold plated jewelry right here.
Yeah.
Just top to bottom, man. Congrats. Hope to see a bunch of people wearing all this stuff
I'm putting
at
mine on right
Gates.
now. Fuck it.
Hell yeah. You know, rock the rest of the show like that. Good.
Yeah, we're about to listen to some Axe the Cables, so it feels right. Before we get into Axe the Cables, while we're on the topic of merch, um, me and Scotty have seen some things that people are going to be really excited about.
Oh man, son. Y'all are in for it. These are the first examples of some really outside the box thinking, but they are not the last. Let me tell you, boys and girls, something. I think y'all are going to be walking away wondering what this merch team is on after this weekend, because some real cool shit's coming around the corner.
Yeah, you can have people acting like Jim Jones balling after the show. I'll leave it at that. Um, but yeah, hats off to Taylor and the merch team. And like you said, the quality of this stuff. I feel so proper now.
You look great. It
But
doesn't really come through as a tie on video. It looks more like you just got a turtleneck on now. Oh, there it is.
yeah, get the
Nice,
clip. There we go.
nice. Your mic was covering.
The let's talk about it, Scotty. What's your plan? Obviously, are you wearing this tie? Or like, because
I'm wearing this
everyone's
tie. Oh no, man! I'm gonna be fancy, dude. I don't know if I'm going full suit, but I think I might.
yeah, why not?
Why not? I'm gonna have that shit on, son. I might have some sneakers on for my feet because I'm 35 and my knees are made of paper mache. So
That's a good idea.
I don't think
Yeah,
I'm going dress shoes. But everything else, man, we're going to a nice dinner before, and we're gonna pull up looking good. I can promise you that much. Gates is one of those things that it never even occurred to me to hope for it to happen again. Why would it? It felt like just what they did to unroll to like roll it out, and why would they ever think of doing that again? And so to be a week away from that right now feels surreal. It's
yeah.
definitely what I'm most excited about for over the next 5 days.
Man, yeah. So everyone come looking their best. I've only worn a suit to an STS9 show once, and that was at the
One
one
one.
one show. Yeah,
Mm,
and it was a lot of fun. A bunch of
yeah.
people got pampered up for that one too. But everyone's gonna be looking great. Can't wait to see the photos and everything like that of you and everybody, Scotty. So I'm pumped for it. But man, let's get into some axed here. It's gonna be half our clips are gonna be axe to cables because I feel like we talk about axe to cables not as much as we should, honestly. So it's good to Good to spend a little bit of time on it here. We're gonna start in New Orleans here for our clips. Holy, uh,
That
dude.
should be required. That should be required at every act show. Like, I don't ever need to hear an electronic Get Loud again. Except I love electronic Get Loud. So don't get me wrong. To me, what is required of Get Loud in an act setting to work is just like them at like a 9.5 the whole time, you
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
Um, and songs that kind of force them into that mode, like let's more of that. A Get Loud at Gates is what I'm really, really hoping for.
I think that is a great point, Scotty. Like sometimes when you hear them act songs, you like truly understand like how tough they are to pull off.
Yes.
Like that is, yeah. I mean, like Hunter is on it the entire time. There's so many notes in that song. It's crazy, which might be why it gets a little bit of hate, right? But when they strip things down, it is so cool to see. Like similar to um, the unquestionable supremacy of nature when they've done that. Similar to one of our next clips. I won't spoil that yet, but they when they're able to like confront you with like, here are the musical bones of this um uh you know musical bones of this story, musical bones, yes, basically. But here are the like musical bones of this compilation, right? Like it's so cool to hear it broken down. And yeah, this was from Axe of Cables at the Joy Theater, April 30th, 2017. I believe this was a Jazz Fest after show. So kind of like we're getting one in a few months here. But dude, I mean, this set list is pretty darn crazy as well. Mobsters, Surreality, EB, or Ebe rather, Pianois, Kamwai, 986, Light Years, Into the Rabble. That shit is hot. Rent, Set to Get Loud and Aimlessly. Let's go. Lo Swagga, Grow, Call Jam, into So What by Miles Davis. Back into Grow, back into Love Don't Tear, then into Love Don't Terrorize. Vapors, Encore from now on. Hot damn, Scotty. This is going to be insane. You read the set list to any act show, and one of my first thoughts, I'm like, what if they did that at a regular show? Like, they simply can't like do that to people at a regular show. But like,
right,
man, it's gonna be special.
is
yeah,
this my first 2-set act show?
You were at the show?
No, I was not. I don't think I've ever seen a 2-set like a proper STS9 Axe the Cable show. I've seen plenty of act sets, but I don't think I've ever seen like a 1-2 and an encore all axed. That's just kind of washing over me right now.
Come to think of it, I don't know if I have either.
Because you weren't here, and you weren't at Falls Church either.
No,
that's the Falls Church is the most recent one.
Yeah,
and then this is the one before, and then like it's when they started doing them. It's Chicago and this one, right?
Right. Yeah. Wow.
And
a lot of special stuff going on. Yep. Axel Winery. Enjoy, Scotty. Man,
I will.
Just boosting my FOMO here. Let's go back to 2019.
Yeah.
Which what I think you talk about act sets, pound for pound. I don't know if it gets better than this.
man. It's like, where do you stop that? You could we could
Exactly. That was hard work.
more of that bang for your buck STS 9, like we're just talking about.
Yes, I
I
writ
had
it
this.
down on paper. Did you do something similar?
Yeah. I actually had the thought halfway through that Gob Nugget. Man, I would have been so annoying at this show. I'd have been I'd have been screaming monkey music every 3 seconds. Um, I would have
I
I, I would have been the
that's the
worst
one
way.
thing I didn't hear.
You
I
did
guess like
really?
well, I guess like a little bit like the when you go from new forms into Gob Nugget a little bit, but like those can be so similar, I guess, the beginning.
I didn't write down the exact timestamp, but whenever Jeffrey really starts hitting the fucking cowbell, dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun, that
You're
every
I
20 seconds from there, I hear monkey music over and over.
Yes, because in that new forms you get frequencies tease, you
Mhm.
get a reemergence tease, and an orbital tease. What the hell?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my
Um,
God.
almost a little reminiscent of the Fillmore ABCs that we've referenced a few times here in the last couple of months.
Yeah, and still
Um,
hadn't listened to
no, we
it.
haven't. We're teasing the right moment. But yeah, just kind of like a bouquet of STS 9 songs that are presented to you in these like 9 minutes of really technically two songs, New Forms and Gob Nugget.
Yeah, and then like right into the paint where it's just like like that hi-hat hit gets me
Yeah.
every time. So this was summer camp 2019, May 23rd. This was the Thursday pre-party. Um, where they were the only band playing outside of like the Red Barn. Typically, like the Thursday pre-party is like limited to like the campfire stage and the Red Barn, um, where I think summer camp was struggling a little bit with ticket sales, and then they added this Thursday Axe the Cables pre-party, and I think I heard from a reliable source that they immediately sold 9 or 10,000 more tickets after that. So coming in clutch for the Goldbergs there. Um, yeah, like I mentioned, I mean, this is I obviously there's some home cooking going on, some bias here, but I think this is the best act set that there is. You get Ypres or Epirus, not exactly sure. We can confirm that one too.
Yeah.
Um, into new forms, into Gob Nugget, into the paint, and just I mean, so many of these teases are not listed. An axe scheme reprise. Let's fucking go
Yeah.
into Moonsocket. That transition, I was thinking about clipping that too. Life, Sweet Breath, Warrior into Mischief, into New Dawn, New Day, back into Mischief, into the Edge, which is um which uh which Dr. Dre song is the Edge based off of?
The next episode, I
The
believe.
next episode, yes, basically. And then
Do
see,
do 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 do
yeah.
do 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 do.
And then Seed into Dance and Inspire Dance Party to
Yeah.
fucking cap it off. For some reason you haven't listened to the show yet, please do. The whole thing is on YouTube. It's a great multicam YouTube video of the professionally shot video of it.
Daylight the whole time.
Yeah, it's sunset, dude. It was a beautiful sunset. I mean, the crowd was electric. Man, this will go down as one of my favorite STS 9 memories. Then this was the Thursday pre-party, like, and like I was there for the festival, and like after this set ended, I was like, I don't think I need to see any more music this weekend.
I'm gonna go. I didn't even unpack my tent, but I'm not going to. I'm just
Right?
gonna
Yeah,
go.
just
Actually,
head back to Chicago after that. Honestly, damn, dude, that shit it's so good. Just like Zach is cooking there in that segment. And they're just firing on all cylinders. That's just nine. We're just like throwing out teases left and right,
I'm pretty sure
haymakers.
Zach is literally cooking. Wasn't this an extremely hot set as well? I
No,
like.
this was actually a pretty good
Oh, was it?
year for weather at summer camp. Yeah, it was
Nice.
I think the next year like yeah, like the rescheduled COVID was like First, it was in August as opposed to Memorial Day. Um, it's typically always Memorial Day weekend. So it was really hot and it can get really dusty there if you don't get any rain for a little bit too. So, but this was a year where there was quite a bit of like intermittent rain sprinkled in that kept things pretty nice. So, all
Right.
right, we'll round things out here with the clips here, Scotty. Uh, let's go to Camp Elsewhere. Come on. It doesn't want to stop playing. We went. I just realized we went camp to camp there. Little
Yeah,
summer
oh yeah.
camp elsewhere. Yeah, that was on accident.
We're
This
real
one time.
outdoorsy here at Pod Podular.
This one time at camp elsewhere, they they did a drum and bass axe cable set. That is perfect. Should make shirts. This one time at camp elsewhere, we got a full drum and bass
You know,
Axe
like
and
Tommy
Cable's
can't
set.
be elsewhere.
Okay, I deserve that. Um, dude, this is what I was talking about, right? After our
Hmm.
first clip, where it's like they take pieces of their music that you could never dream to hear an acoustic version of, with the
Yep.
communicating with aliens, Mischief of the Sleepwalker drum breakdown, and let you know. They let us
Right.
know here.
It's it's like I said earlier that there are uh, there STS-9 plays with such a bag of weapons that when you strip those weapons away, obviously some people are very excited and they'll take whatever, but the more you know about this music, the more you're like, oh, how are they going to do that? How are they going to do this? And I think this section of Mischief was always a very popular conversation of like, yeah, they could axe Mischief, but what does that alien communication part sound like? Motherfucker, it sounds like this. Like,
Yeah.
I, it's you know what it reminds me of, dude? You remember the first time you ever heard T-Pain sing without auto-tune? And you're like,
Okay. Okay.
oh, we don't
Yes.
need that. We don't.
Yeah.
We'll keep it because you're so good at it, but oh, you got it like that too. That's what it reminds me of.
Scotty, you were on fire today. Holy shit, dude. That is so spot on. Oh my God. Um, yes. It's like a Tiny Desk concert, you
Yeah,
know? Where like
exactly.
but what it does to it like exposes the melodies, right? In the
Right.
best way possible. It spotlights the melodies and like just kind of displays like this band's range of finding melodies, you know?
Yeah.
Like in how some of the melodies work. And in electric versions where the melody might get buried a little bit under the effects,
Right.
under the technology, right? And
Hmm.
like that's what a lot of people think of first when they think of STS9, rightfully so, right?
That's what
They're
you pay for. Yeah,
right.
the sensory overload. Like this is Sound
Yeah.
Tribe. There's a lot of us happening here, you know?
But they could still find a way to like fill in the cracks of the sound, which I think is what they found with Alana,
Yeah.
with the Alana version of Axa Cables, where very much of the 1.0 version of Axa Cables was, hey, we wrote some new music for this version of ourselves, and we're going to do like an iteration of
Yeah.
this, like uh, acoustic, right?
Hmm.
Where like now with Alana and like how this has evolved, right? It's turned into like, what's up, Jay? It's turned into like like fuck around mode, right? Like with
Right.
all drum and I think recently this was the last Axe Cable show. You've seen it where like a lot of the Axe Cable shows have been very drum and bass heavy, right? This one obviously being drum and bass start to finish, but like a lot of them like have had that focus. I think the one from obviously the one from summer camp, you get a ton of drum and bass to start out. The one from Halloween, I think a few years ago, a lot of drum and bass.
Yeah. And
Even
then
the one
obviously
from
this
Red
one with
Rocks, yeah, yeah. So like I wonder if that's what you get at Gates Opera Hall. I think there's like unlimited possibilities as to like what they do with this show, right? Like it's gonna be cool to do you think they saved some human dream stuff for
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. I was just about to get there. I think this I haven't seen anybody talk about it. I haven't talked about it with anybody yet, but yes,
Yeah, let's go there now
100%.
then,
Yeah,
right?
because we're done. Yes, absolutely. I think you get at least one Human Dream song axed. Um, have they axed Dusk yet?
I don't think so. Well, wait, they may have at
Red
what
Rocks.
do you at Resonate one year.
Okay.
Um Pulling that up, but would that be your number one?
No, not necessarily. I think I would take any of them. Dusk honestly seems like the easiest one to do.
Dusk has never been axed, confirming
Okay.
that as
So
well. Yes.
I think that feels like like kind of the low-hanging fruit of that album.
Let's say
If you
Glass.
Glass could be it. Yeah, man. I mean, I would like to see something. And on that same note, man, we're talking about like about Get Loud. More Human Dream act stuff. My
You
favorite
mean
thing.
Universe Inside?
Sorry,
Mhm.
more Universe Inside stuff.
Right.
It, it- that's what I like, man. With these act songs, make me a believer on something that feels impossible. Um, that's what I want. So whatever that looks like, I'm not coming in with any real expectations for this weekend, but I think Human Dream getting axed feels like a given.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's making reading the track list of Human Dream and like just thinking about what they would do with some of the shit axed is making me smile ear to ear.
Hmm.
Um, bro, an axed peach tree.
Yeah, that's
Come
another one.
on, bro. Ooh, Never Never would be crazy.
Hmm.
Menacer, Axe Menacer. How are they
Yeah.
like
Just
you
fibs with his foot on the piano.
gang, gang, gang. Yeah. At the low end of that baby grand piano. Holy dude, this could be so cool.
Hmm.
Honestly, there is a chance they hit the whole album.
Over the 5 days?
No, well, no, obviously, they just axe the album. You, I don't.
Maybe.
There's an outside chance that that happens. Ooh.
I think 3 songs feels safe.
Yeah,
Feels like almost an automatic. Why wouldn't they? They've been rehearsing all week. That feels like a safe bet.
yeah. So if you could pick one Human Dream song, you're going Dusk.
No, that's okay. So we're having two conversations here. If I'm picking the Human Dream song,
If you got to request one Human Dream song to
okay,
get axed, what are you picking?
I am picking. Uh,
This is
I got you in a second,
hard.
buddy. I am picking Portal.
Portal.
Yeah, picking Portal.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
going.
maybe followed closely by Never Never. I'm with you
Yeah, I'm
on
going
that.
never would be like similar to like kind of it's like that like it's gonna be like locomotive STS like
Hmm.
when they get into that like I don't even know how to describe it like they're just chopping it up. I think
Hmm.
never would be crazy. So that'd be really cool. But
Yeah.
I mean whatever you get is gonna be really cool. But out of their entire catalog, Scotty, a song I want to see Axe. I think I've mentioned it before. More than anything, would be an Axe Shock Doctrine. If that
Yes.
happens and I'm not there, you're getting a knuckle sandwich the next time I see you.
Man, that's my number one Axe song as well. Very similar, how do they make it and make it convincing to the original version of that song? Not saying they can't, just saying they haven't. So let's see what they got because I'm with you. That's my number one Axe song that I would like to see.
Imagine Alana on the upright bass with that boom, 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 boom,
Hmm.
boom. um. All right, Scotty. Well, we've gone through our clips here. That was a lot of fun.
Hmm.
Man, more X cables for sure, and can't wait to have more to break down. Um, let's get into our predictions here, man. Before we
Let's
get
do
a
it.
couple prompts for the listeners here. So we'll do the ceremonial Zincan flip here. What are we doing? Are we doing three still?
Over 5 nights? Shouldn't we do five?
Let's do five.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Call it in the air, buddy.
Heads, baby, every time.
It's tails.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to receive. Um. Yeah. Kimikaya.
Oh, you fuck. Okay. Give me monkey music.
Okay. Give me warrior.
Let's go. Looking back on Earth.
Oh, that would be cool.
It's been a
Like
while.
that. See, I'm gonna keep hitting it till I get it. F word.
Earth. I'm not mad at that. Let's see. Three. Hmm. Baraka.
Baraka. Hmm. Came with three. I gotta think of two more. Give me elsewhere.
Okay. A Hail Mary. Give me Get Loud.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Look, going
What up, buddy boy? Come here.
going one for one on the universe inside there. Give me orbital.
Orbital. Um, Give me Hubble.
Oh, look at that. I love that. I love how these two lists work together here. All
Hmm.
right. My list, Kaya, Warrior, F word, elsewhere, orbital. Your list,
My list.
Monkey,
Yep. Looking
looking
back on
back on
Earth.
it.
Baraka, Get Loud, and Hubble.
Excellent.
Hmm.
Do it. Scotty, we got a couple of prompts for our listeners here. We're trying to get the listeners a little bit more involved here. For this run. So go for it, man. Roll our first prompt out.
Yes. So we've got two. We are going to do a we're going to do a given hot take from the afters. Which is basically just kind of the way that this podcast started. We really liked when Sydney did the video for the episode where we asked questions from you guys, and that got us thinking that we've obviously brought a bunch of people on, but the way this podcast started is really just from late night conversations at the afters. Whatever group of friends that you're in, obviously, we got some cool people in the community, and we have some cool conversations when we're really high off of that after show vibe. So if you feel so moved to make a video or a voice note at your group with your group, then record it, send it in. We want to hear your thoughts, whether it's on the show you're coming from, or a debate that you're having amongst your team. And maybe it'll garner some good conversations amongst us, and maybe we'll even bring you on to expound upon whatever your idea is. So that's kind of the first one we want to do. And then Nate, you want to do the second one?
Yeah, recency bias is going to be running rampant.
Yes,
So
we like
set.
that. We like to hear your takes that you're going to look back on in a year and go, whoops.
Yes. But yeah, put yourself out there, right? It's got to do it every damn week. Um, we love passion here, so you can send those to our Instagram DMs. You can send it to our Facebook DMs. If you have either of our numbers, if you're so lucky, you can send it there. But there's a lot of different places you can get either a
If
video.
you're so lucky.
You can either get a video or a voice note over to us. We're really
Yeah.
looking for some of that. And then 2026 is here, and taking a look at the tour schedule, we're hitting the road again, right? We're getting back to these 4 or 5 show stretches where you're in a different venue every night. So there includes traveling, right? There includes getting on the road, right? There includes sharing rides and stuff like that. You're looking for floor space. So also what we're looking for is not just hot takes after the show, but musical stories from the road, right? So any road stories you got, any crazy things that end up happening, any funny stories, anecdotes we're looking for. So as we recap this run and get into the rest of 2026, I think this doesn't just have to be specific to this run. This is something that we can continue to do and highlight the community throughout what's going to be a big year for the band here. So,
Yeah.
um,
Misconnections, people you met that you had been wanting to meet face to face, all that kind of stuff.
back rubs at the Hody, all that
All
kind of
that.
stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Shout outs you want to give, yeah, like
Yes. Yes.
yes, all that stuff. But yeah, Scotty, I think it's to be determined how we're going to end up breaking down these shows. Right, it might take us 2 or 3 episodes,
Yeah,
So,
we've got a big interview. I know we've been talking about it for almost a month. That interview's still happening, so not sure where that's going to get peppered amongst this because if five nights feels impossible to do in one episode, so I feel like it's going to be at least two, and a really big interview somewhere in the middle of that as well. So we'll just see how that kind of all shakes out.
yep, we're looking for boots on the ground. Obviously, well, Scotty will be there, but anyone
Yeah,
who's
but I won't be at all five.
right,
I don't think it's a requirement for our boots for these episodes to have done all five, but big bonus points if you have, because I
yeah,
want to hear people that can compare the vibe of every single night.
yes, yep. So if you're doing all 5 nights and are willing to come on and chop it up, let us know.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
until then, safe travels to everybody. Um, people traveling to Colorado, people traveling from show to show. Be safe. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Whether you're watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify, or listening on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, throw us a like, throw us a subscribe, throw us a comment, review if you're feeling nice. Scotty, enjoy yourself, man. We'll see a
Yes,
show
sir.
together one of these days. But
One day, I swear.
we're gonna do very soft chest pats, chest
Yes.
taps.
He did it.
There we
Healing
go.
vibes, my boy. You got another week now. Get better.
Peace, guys.